Hi, I'm Laura from Pokémon Castaways, and I'm gonna show off my Raging Bolt deck list. It's a Hoo-Hoo Knocked-Out version. I personally like that version better. It's a lot more consistent than the other one, I think. So, you start off with 3 Raging Bolt EXs. 3 because they shouldn't be knocked out that much, because normally, like, if 3 of them get knocked out, it's the end of the game, but it just helps with multiple wins, so you can find multiple. And yeah, it's main attacker. Normally just, you can use it for Birch Sword, but you want to use it for Bellowing Thunder because it's very good, and its attack it does 70 times. You may discard any amount of energy of a basic energy from your Pokemon. This attack does 70 for each Pokemon, each energy discarded. So it's not just this Pokemon, it's any. And then what pairs really well with it is Teal Mask. Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. This is such a good card in this deck. It used to be really good in Magijago, but that rotated and it kind of fell down. But yeah, but this is just it's a good draw power, and it puts energy on, so you run 3 of those. I was thinking about 4, but it's just better to run 3. It makes it a bit more consistent. And then because it's a Hoot Knocked-Out version, you run 3 Hoots, which is the baby version, and we run this one because it's 1 retreat instead of 2, and it's 1 to attack. That doesn't really matter. We have 3 Knockdowns for the ability Jewel Seeker, which is once during your turn, when you play Pokemon from your hand to evolve to one of your Pokemon, you may search your deck. If you have a Terra Pokemon, you may search your deck for 2 trainer cards. So that can be a stadium, item, a tool. It can be literally anything. So this is such a good card, and because Teal Mask Ogre Pawn EX is a Terra, it just works so well because you can use it, which fixes up a lot of consistency problems and like working problems that Raging Bolt used to have. Then we run 2 Fan Rotoms. The reason why we run 2 is because of the ability, 2 reasons. Because of the ability Fan Call, which is once during your turn, you may search your deck for 3 normal types under 100 HP, but you can only use can't use this 1 Fan Call ability. So you can use these twice, but you never want this to be prized, so like every first turn you want to try to get this out. Also, Assault Landing is a really good attack when you bring out your Stadium. It does 70, but that can knock out like so many lower 70 HP Pokemon. Then we have Raging Bolt, just a baby one to help out with just another attacker, just in case you're going against like a wall with his attack. And we have Latios for free retreat. It's such a good card in this deck. It's just to retreat them all because all of them are basics except knocked out. And then Pheasantipede for the draw power for Flip Script, which lets you draw 3 cards if you're one of your opponent's Pokemon. If your opponent knocked out your Pokemon last turn. So now we're gonna get to the supporters, and first we have Professor Sada's Vitality, which is such a good card in this deck because what it lets you do, choose up to 2 ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy from your discard pile to each of them. If you attach any energy, you can draw 3 cards. So this is just such a good card in this deck because Raging Bolt is the ancient Pokemon. So like that just works so well, and you get the extra draw power, which just makes it amazing with Knockout. So then we run 2 Boss's Orders. So we do run Vitality, but Boss's Orders is such a good card. And it's just, I would never want to run a deck with only 1 Boss's Orders. There has to be 2. It's so good. Then we run 2 Crispins. Crispin is a really good card in this deck, and it lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types. Reveal them and put 1 of them into your hand. Attach the other to one of your Pokemon and then shuffle your deck. So it gives you a free attachment, but it's because Raging Bolt only needs 2 energies, but they're different colors. So it's just another way to power up your Pokemon. So instead of just having Sada Vitality, you also have Crispin. And then you have 1 Iono. Iono is just such a good card. And you always just want to run one, even if it's a deck like this. It's such a good disruption card. So now we're going on to items. So first you run 4 Nest Balls, because Nest Balls is such a good card. It lets you search your deck and search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, and then shuffle your deck. It's just really good because most of these Pokemon are basics, so it's very it's just it's a good card. Just for consistency, we run 3 Ultra Balls to grab Noctowls, any of them, or to discard energy. If you discard 2, it lets you find any Pokemon. Then we run 4 what's that called? Earthen Vessels, because Earthen Vessel, it lets you discard a card from your hand and then grab 2 energies. And it discards energies too, so you can use Sada and power up your dudes like Teal Dance. It's just such a good card. It's a good card whenever it came out too. So we have 3 Night Stretchers, because Night Stretcher is just such a good card. It works really well to grab. You get to grab any energy or Pokemon from your discard pile and then put it into your hand. It's just such a good card. It's a good recovery card if you need it. 2 Energies Retrieval, because you're discarding energies and you have to have a way to get them back. So this is a good card to grab the energies again. 1 Pal Pad, so you can bring back your Box, Crispin, Zadas. Pretty basic. Now we're gonna get to the stadiums. So we have 3 Gia, Area 0, because Area 0 is really good in this deck because you have Ogerpon, which activates Area 0, and if you don't know what Area 0 does, it's each player who has a Terra Pokemon in play can have up to 8 Pokemon onto their bench. So it just expands it, but if you get rid of it, you have to discard it. Or when if your opponent gets rid of Area 0, they had to discard, and you went wide, you had to discard the Pokemon on the bench. Then we have Jamming Tower, just for a bump, just in case I put out too many Noctowls, you're able to bump that Area 0 to get rid of them all, so there isn't any liabilities. And then for our pink card, we have Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher is just such a good card. It lets you switch your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active, and if you do, you get to switch your active. It's just such a good card in this deck. It's a good way to switch out a Raging Bolt with no energy when Latios isn't out, so it's just a very good card. And yeah, that's our pink card, Aspect. And then this is pretty normal energy count, so we have 3 Fighting to power up, 3 Lightning, because you need Lightning and Fighting to power up Raging Bolt, and then you need 6 Grass. So I suggest doing the 3-3-6 for the energies. It's a good count. So this was my Raging Bolt deck list. I hope you enjoyed it. I suggest using it. It's really strong. It may not be the better version. I think it is, but it's very good. And